Hey everyone, John Henry here, taking a look at crude oil and some of the psychology that took place today. Very interesting movement. It doesn't seem like what we left off with Friday, they were really done with yet. So yesterday, or rather Friday, we ended with a relatively obvious range, right? We really couldn't get out of our own ways trying to go into the end of the day. And even the end of the day ended very, very weakly. If you were just to kind of make this the only candle you can see, that was even a doji itself, showing even further range. So very, very range bound going into Friday's close. We open up the next day, almost no gap at all, right? We closed here and we opened up there. So a 2-tick gap, if that. Immediately fills, goes up to the top of that range, and we see massive wicks on the high. Now, why would we see that? Well, we're at the highs of the range. Anybody who bought on Friday down here looking for that grind higher, or even here, want to take their profit off at those range highs. They hit the range highs, they take their profit. Remember the motto of a range: buy low, sell high. This is high, so we need to be looking to sell here. We know a lot of buyers may have been tricked into trying to buy this as a breakout, thinking, oh, it's been a whole weekend, we can get this breakout going. The ETH session, the overnight European session, had a lot of volatility that may really have just kind of tricked them into thinking, yeah, we're definitely going to get a breakout here. They buy that breakout and they're immediately shut down. That is a beautiful opportunity to sell, knowing that the buyers fail and drop that thing right back down to the lows. This is where it gets interesting because it becomes very rinse and repeat. It's the exact same thing that happened on the bottom that happened on the top. We get a big drive lower, sellers start piling into this thing. They sell the breakout lower thinking, these buyers, they got screwed, right? They bought the highs. Now let's stop them out and get a big breakout run through the bottom. Sellers try to get the breakout move in the bottom. They are immediately shut down. Now, where are we, right? We're low. It's a range. We need to be buying down here. That is a beautiful reason to become a buyer right here and drive that market right back up. And you can see it didn't go all in one shot. And this is where it gets even more interesting because look where it came back to. If you just bought the close of that bear candle knowing that the buyers gave up, it came right back to your entry point for a reload and then finished the job all the way back up to those highs. Now, we're high again, right? What are we looking to do up here? Well, the bulls this time around get a very strong candle that attempted to break out, so we need to wait. This is not something that you want to just sell straight into because there's a good chance that you might be wrong this time. They may actually get that breakout. So we see the buyers try to push up above and not so good, right? They close right back down again. That shows us a huge reason once again to sell that move down. And we know that the buyers this time are going to be a little bit more heavily vested in this move because this breakout failed, that breakout failed, this one has to work, right? Hopefully you can pick up the facetious tone in my voice. It immediately gets shut down, pushes lower, beautiful sell all the way back down. Then we get a breakout candle on the other side. Now look at the difference, right? Look at that breakout candle versus that breakout candle. This one closed a couple ticks above the range, but not really a ton, and it was shut down. What do we get here? Massive close past the range, immediately shuts down the low, and sees continuation. The sellers follow it up with a big move lower, showing that they are definitely interested. Don't buy this low yet. It's still a range. You can still look to buy the lows, but don't do it right here, right? We need to give it a little bit more time. But just a beautiful way of just seeing it back to back, right? Back to back. Sell the high, buy the low, maybe wait. Nope, they failed. Sell the high and then just grind that thing lower. Phenomenal range trading day today, and we have a breakout move now, so we're waiting to see what happens. But just a phenomenal example of that market psychology in a range and how quickly it can snap in the opposite direction. So that's going to do it for this. Hopefully you found it useful, hopefully you learned something, and hopefully you found it enjoyable. Until the next time, we'll see ya.